Good morning, guys. It's another beautiful morning here at the Poe Farm. Just came back off my 3-day stretch at work and wanted to get started on a couple of new videos for you guys. So I started the morning working on a European mount of my whitetail buck, and hopefully you guys will be able to see that video soon. So I started the day off on that and got to thinking there's a couple of things I really have been putting off that I need to do that are crucial. And one of those things is a little boat maintenance. I kind of made a cardinal sin, and I've let my boat sit all winter. And so I got to thinking, why not bring you guys along on this little adventure? Maybe there's a new boat owner out there who could benefit from a couple of the things that I've kind of figured out over the several years that we've had this boat. So to get started, this is a older boat. It's a 2-stroke carbureted engine, and one of the worst things you can do is let it sit, and that's exactly what I did this winter. So there's no judgment at all from this video, because even though I know I shouldn't let it sit, it's one of those things you go, oh, next week I'll pull it out, crank it up, let it run a little while, and it never fails. You let time go by, you keep putting it off, and before you know it, months and months have gone by. So today, dadgummit, I'm doing it. So let me tell you this, one crucial thing with these 2-stroke older model carbureted engines is put 100% gas in your boat. Probably nothing new to some of you guys, but it is absolutely crucial. And you say, why 100% gas? What are you talking about? So when you go to the gas station and you see that 87, and it'll tell you contains so much ethanol. Ethanol is just corn, pretty much cornstarch, more or less. And they put that in our fuel now. But what happens is when that sits there for, you know, the entire winter, it turns into a syrup, and that clogs your carburetor, all those little floats and valves and things. It gums them up so bad. So a way to avoid that is buy 100% gas, straight gas, and it's more expensive, but it will keep your boat out of the shop, I guarantee you that. And once we've started running that in this boat the last several years, and man, has it made a huge difference. In previous years, when we, you know, that first time you go to crank it up after it's been sitting all winter, man, talk about a struggle to get it fired up. So obviously it's good to go every month or so, let it run for a little while, keep that fuel circulated, keep everything loosened up, limbered up, keep everything functioning as it should. I didn't do that, so today we may be in for a little bit of a struggle. I'm going to go ahead and get it going. I know you guys don't want to sit and watch me grind on the motor until it fires up. So hopefully next time I see you guys, we'll have a boat running. Alright guys, so thank goodness she fired up, running great. She actually was not that hard to crank. I was afraid it would be a huge cluster, but like I said, because of that 100% gas, everything is still limbered up, loose, and able to function as it should. So the next thing, and I can't stress this enough, this definitely, aside from the gas, I would probably actually put this next thing even above the gas in order of importance, and that is maintaining your batteries. For the first, 5 to 10 years we own this boat, we've had this boat a long time, we would just hook a battery tender up to these deep cycle batteries, the starter battery and the trolling motor battery, and it seemed like it never failed. Every year one of the batteries would have died over the winter, and no matter how often you checked them, no matter how often you went down there and swapped the batteries, tried to keep them maintained, tried to keep them charged and conditioned, it was always an issue. I felt like we were buying a battery every year. So a few years ago I bought this right here, and just picked it up at Bass Pro, and it's a battery charger, a battery maintainer, a battery conditioner, all the above. And you just mount it permanently to the boat. I got it here in the battery bay. You just mount it with a few screws. It has a cable that comes off, so you can plug it up to your power source. And man, I've had that for I think 3 years now, and wow, I came out here, this is the first time this winter I've cranked this boat, and those batteries are as fresh as the day I bought them. And it has all these checks and things it does. You put it in, it tells you if you have an issue with your battery, it tells you if one's weak. As soon as I plug it in, it'll come on, it'll do a systems check. It will like I said, make sure that it'll tell me that my batteries are good. If one's not good, it'll let me know. And then it has a little bar that lights up. It tells you how close to charge you are, and then it actually has a green light that says go fish whenever you're 100% charged. But it will allow the batteries to drain down just a little bit and then bring them back up, which conditions them. Some chargers, if you just put it on straight charge, the problem with that is it's constantly running that stream of energy trying to charge the battery. But once the battery is charged, then you're kind of packing that battery with more energy than is required. But this is smart enough, it knows, okay, the battery's charged, I just need to maintain it, and then we'll actually let it drain down just a little bit and bring it back up. So that has been, it was like $100, and a deep cycle marine battery is $100+ just for a cheap one. And so I mean, if you save one battery, you've paid for the cost of that thing. And I don't ever have to come down. That permanently attaches the terminals, so I never have to come down, swap it, change it. It's able to do. This one is for a 2-bank battery bay. I think they sell 4+. If you have a newer boat, you don't have to worry about this. A lot of those new boats have one of these built in, but for the guy that has an older boat like I do, that's $100 upgrade. But gosh, it's been so worth it. And so I hope these couple little tips and a couple of things I've learned help you out. If you've had a boat long enough, you may have figured these things out on your own. But if you're somebody who's just picked up an older boat, you got your first boat, bought it off a guy who had it parked out for sale in his yard, and you're wanting to make some little modifications, buy you one of those battery bay tenders and put 100% gas in your boat. And I hope these things help you.